Alrighty, we've got a big week in the stock market. We're going to go over what to look out for in the upcoming earnings. We're going to update on some trades that we have open, and of course look at the trades we're going to make as the week goes on, depending on how these earnings go. If you like stocks, subscribe to get these videos. First up, we have the swing trade edition from yesterday, which is Shopify. Shop is trading at a discount in comparison to the absolutely foolish prices it has had in the past. We can attribute those prices to an overzealousness to snatch up growth companies no matter the price, and pretty much ignoring all reason, looking at you, Peloton and Neo. But now Shopify is trading at a price to sales ratio of 10.3, which is well below its 3-year average, which was 33.2. They were also just upgraded from a hold rating to a strong buy rating by one of the big institutions. So I got this yesterday around $47.97. That's actually exactly what I got it at. It's up over $1 since then, but we're being pretty aggressive with this one and don't really have a take profit order until just below 55. Our stop here is 44.9, and that's a little bit flexible because I do love Shopify, so I'm just going to keep an eye on that one. The 44.9 would just be to have a risk reward ratio of 2-1. Also sold some of the WULF from the swing trade portfolio. This thing is crazy, but it's working out so far. We're down to about half of the initial position after taking profit, so we got 18% on this last sale, and I'm going to hopefully let this one run out a bit more before selling the rest. This was high risk from the start, so we have to make sure that the profits are commensurate with the risk we took. ZIM, this is still chilling. Kind of wish it would go down a little bit so I could get more. UTSL wasn't doing much. As you can see, I had my stop down here. I ended up selling out of that today anyways. I just don't want to deal with the decay, and it's just moving overall too slowly for me. So we took a little bit of a loss there, but the swing trade portfolio is cooking right now. And the last update, and obviously not the least, all of the Mara is gone. I got 375% from that pop that they got from the Bitcoin rally. Thankfully, Bitcoin finally came through and did something for me. I don't really pay attention much to Bitcoin, but I saw it going a little bit nutty here, getting over 30,000. We got some Mara last week, and that paid out very, very well. Reminder, all of these trades and channels are posted in the Daily Day Trades group. There is a link in the description of this video to the website where you can sign up and get free education. I just added a free trial for 30 days. So if it's something you might be into, try it out for a month. I'm not sure how long I'm going to keep it like that. I'm just trying it out, going to see what happens. This week starts the real earnings reports. We already had Netflix today. Their earnings came in after hours, which has brought them up just a little bit. What we were really looking for was a large addition of subscribers because they previously had a quarter where they lost subscribers because, they pretty much tapped into the entire US market, so they have to branch out. Here are more details on the report. They added 1.75 million subscribers, bringing it up to 232 million. This is not ideal. It's not bad. It's not great either, though. They also brought in $8.16 billion in revenue, and keep in mind this isn't going to change very much because people are all subscribed, so they'd have to have really bad retention or just no acquisitions for this to change. So Netflix is pretty much going to be stuck making $8 billion a quarter or more unless something goes terribly wrong. And if something goes terribly wrong, that's obviously when we short it. Good old Tesla reports tomorrow, and analysts are expecting strong performance in Tesla's Q1 full year 2022 earnings. Adjusted EPS is expected to rise 149% year over year, a rapid pace but slower than it was in the previous quarter. Revenue growth is supposed to accelerate by 73% year over year. But what we really want to hear is how Elon is going to adjust the production to negate all the price cuts that they've had. I think at this point they've cut their prices 5 times recently, citing a decrease in demand, and this could be expected with the economy sputtering a bit. But I think Tesla's reaction to earnings will be more dependent on what they say and not what the numbers say. So when they get into the qualitative type of plans on how they're going to overcome these first few hurdles that they've had this year, depending on what they say there, that could change people's expectations a lot. So I think Tesla is a coin flip in this case. It could be really, really good, or they could warn of a slowdown. Sympathy plays to this could include Neo, Rivian, Lucid, all those really crap EV companies. I am not a fan of many of them, as we well know, but that could be a good short-term trade depending on how Tesla does. IBM reports tomorrow as well. We have a trade open on them, which is these 421, 123 puts, and I paid $1.53 for those. Those are actually down quite a bit right now, but the reason we got these is if you look at these screenshots, The candles are IBM and the orange line is the S&P. So in this case, it's diverging from the S&P, meaning that people are really not very confident in this in comparison to basically everything else. When you start to see this kind of divergence, see we have a flat slope here, and then here we have pretty much straight down 45-degree angle. So there is a divergence in these two, whereas they were the same. See, these are roughly the same slope, and then for some reason, people start losing confidence in IBM. So we do have puts on that. I don't plan on holding them through earnings unless miraculously we can take some really big profits tomorrow. But as I mentioned, it is down right now, so I don't see that being terribly likely. Something to definitely keep an eye on during earnings this week would be UVXY. As you can see, our volatility index is pretty much down to nothing. With all the big earnings reports coming out this week, this is bound to move at least some. I'm definitely going to make a play on this for tomorrow, maybe something for next week or the week after. I have not decided yet, but I'm sure I will find something and I will send that on the alerts when it does happen. We're for sure going to keep an eye on NEO as well with the Tesla earnings coming out, and I did make a play on them today. I ended up getting the 421 9.5 puts for $19. I got those more around here. Those are up a good bit. I'm not sure exactly how much. I'll have to check. They got this big gap up from China GDP data, and I think that might just be a gap that will be easy to fill on the way down because, I mean, just because China's doing better doesn't mean that anyone wants to buy their stupid cars. And that's about all I've got for today. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're interested in getting more of these videos. There is also that link in the description which takes you to my website, which also has a place to sign up for the 30-day free trial. See y'all tomorrow.